Yeah, kids, testing out somewhat of a new venture today. Trying to get this started. So, still gotta get my shop vac figured out. Apparently, plugging a shop vac to the back of your F-150 doesn't run. May need a converter, may just need a cordless, I don't know yet. Weighing options, see what's better. So, but currently, does not run, does not turn on. I think it's AC to DC. From what I remember, it's alternating current to direct current. So if you think about it, Christmas lights are kind of the same. You know, on Christmas lights, one light goes out, the rest of them go out. So usually AC, alternating it kind of just like this, okay? Direct, I believe, is it's a constant loop, not really a break. I believe that's what it is. I could be absolutely 100% wrong. I could be kind of wrong, but I won't know until I look it up, really look it up. Really don't have time for that, so we'll figure it out later. But for now, going to do the exterior of my truck, kind of show you what I do. Just a quick exterior wash. It's actually pretty bad. You can see the streaks of, I guess, what used to be clean dirt, dew. I don't know. I'll park here on this caliche pad. Not the best. Hopefully one day get a house with a actual cement drive up. It's 228. So that's another thing. No matter how many times I wash this truck in a week, it's right back to looking like it does, especially in West Texas, our beautiful West Texas weather. It's windy. And today is the perfect day to do it since I couldn't get the vacuum figured out, couldn't really go wash any cars. And tomorrow is actually 25 to 30 mile per hour winds, so might as well go ahead and wash it now. But neither here nor there. So let's get started. I apologize if that's kind of loud. I'm trying to cover up the microphone as much as I can, but I don't know how well that's really going to work. But you may be able to see. Also, if you are using a pressure washer, especially a gas-fired pressure washer, you don't want to leave it running too long without putting some sort of water through it. But try to show you how bad the truck really is. Watch. Beautiful. But it's pretty much all the way around. So you can really tell right here on the doors. Yep, amazing. So, kind of see what we have to deal with here in beautiful West Texas. As you can see, I don't know if you can hear me, but as you can see, some of that residual soap from last time, I should have rinsed it out. That was my fault. backside is pretty bad. That grime is not coming off. Now, I don't know if you can or can't tell on the other side, but I'm not gonna get too detailed into the wheels. Like I said, tomorrow's 25, 30 mile an hour winds. It's kind of no point. So, but also what I like to do is I kind of follow the width of the spray of the nozzle. So there's 3 different tips. I use kind of the wider one. I believe it's like a 40-degree tip. So 90, basically cut it in half, 45, 40, give or take. So to me, it's quicker to follow the width and get a little bit closer, depending. Now, also watch for paint chips on cars. If somebody does have a paint chip, tell them, hey, you know, I can wash it, but just so you know, this is here, what have you, just in case the paint starts peeling, it starts rusting, they don't blame you. So and that's mainly for pressure washers. So if they do have a paint chip, go to the old soap bucket, same thing. Also, don't spend too much time trying to get the dirt off with just the pressure washer, with just the gun. It's not going to come off, okay? It's on there. So soap it down, rinse it if you want, soap it down again, get a mitt after it, you'll be fine. Actually, I should have showed you this front part before I got after it. A lot of bugs, a lot of grime, a lot of tars, a lot of road work around here. So for some reason, we just can't ever finish anything. Also, I do park under a giant tree. Not giant, but I do park under a tree. A lot of birds. So a lot of bird residue and the tree sap is everywhere. And if you're asking, yes, I'm going to get the top. I have a ladder. If you're vertically stubborn as I am, you will need a ladder. Even if you are taller, it would make it easier on yourself to reach those tall trucks. Most of them here, especially a lot of lifted trucks, a lot of dualies. Mine's not lifted, but the tires are bigger than what it came with. So reaching that top part, I don't mind using a ladder. Whatever makes the job easier. No matter what you're doing, if your job is easier with something, use it. But also, if you don't need a ladder, then don't worry about it. And as you can tell, the ground is very uneven. Okay, that wasn't much, just enough. I'm gonna go around one more time, make sure get as much dirt off as I can before I start with the soap. Now the soap itself, apologize, that's so loud. I know. Can't really stop. So soaps itself, we have two. Citrus car wash. I like this one, smells really nice. But I do have another one that I use quite often actually. This one, honeydew. Either one's fine, both from chemical guys, so either one you want to do, it doesn't really matter. I like using the honeydew. Let's go with citrus today. Now, these are all pretty much easy on the paint from what I've experienced. I haven't had any issues so far, so thankfully, I would absolutely hate to have to repair somebody's paint job or finish, because honestly, I don't have the money for that. So I already filled this up almost halfway, quite a bit of dirt on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around one time, let it sit, rinse it off, go around one more time, hit it with the mitt, and then rinse it off. I don't do very much. So, but I'm gonna do enough for it to go around at least twice. So, like I said, you don't want to spend too much time with that running without putting liquid through it. So, and this is why you have to let that pressure build back up. Yes, it's, even though it's constantly being fed water, you're not putting anything through it, it does kind of just stop. So don't worry, don't freak out. Let me get my soap right over here. Once it pressures back up, it'll start. Now, the soap itself, check the nozzle, see what you want to do. More soap, more water. That's a lot of water, actually. There we go. Now this first pass, like I said, nothing too crazy. You're gonna go over it again anyway, so you kind of just want to get that base layer of dirt right now. Also, canister I did get, I can change the foam output, left or right, changes stream or like a fan. So once you get that figured out, everything else is easier. So stream, fan. There we go. All right. So as you can see, about halfway done. But also, now if you're gonna let that sit there and run, you got about a minute, okay, which is enough time. Minute, 2 minutes. Let it soak. Come back, rinse it off, and then we'll hit it again. Then we'll get to the mitt after that. So, all in all, almost halfway done. Usually what I do after this, after I let it sit, I'll rinse it off. Like I said, soap it again, rinse it off, get to drying it. It is a hot day, it's about 90 today. Direct sun, no clouds whatsoever. So that's gonna have to be pretty quick. So like I said, a minute, 2 minutes tops, that's about it. That's all you wanna do. also, you kind of want to follow the way that you sprayed. That way you're not sitting too long on what you already sprayed first. Now, I will say also, with the color of the truck, silver, I do have some leeway with time. Now, if it was a black or even like a navy blue or even something darker, you will see those spots appear pretty quickly. So darker vehicles, if you can, find some shade somehow. If not, make it a little bit quicker. Also, when I am rinsing vehicles, I do like to go top to bottom, mainly because I'm not that I'm not overspraying, but I'm not having to go back over what I already did. It's gonna run down anyway, so. Now that we rinse that, back to the soap. Now we're gonna hit it one quick time, and then we'll get our mitt. Got a bucket of clean water right there. Always use clean water. If you're gonna do multiple cars, try to have at least 2 buckets, one dirty, one clean. That way you can use one to wash, rinse it out, move it on. Now I am doing this side first, mainly because this side is in the sun. This side will sit longer. It's not even hitting the sun yet. So I like to do sun side first. Sun side first means I gotta hurry. So I don't want that soap sitting on there too long, where it makes it harder for me to rinse off later on. Almost got me on that one. Most of that did come off with that first spray. Also, the ladder itself, like 40 bucks at Lowe's. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you start looking at ladders, you'll see how expensive they can really get. Aluminum, 3-step, it's about 3 feet high, so you should be able to reach any vehicle that you kind of get after. Now, as you can see on the back end, this part, that's what I want to get, okay? I don't want to let that sit for too long. So what I want to do, all right, pretty much all my soap, go ahead and take that off. First thing I want to do is hit the top. Actually, I should have had this ready way before. But I want to hit the top. That way I don't have to worry about the top later on. Now, like I said, if you can reach the top, cool for you. If you can't reach the top, get yourself a little wand. Works wonders, to be honest. And then I'll grab my mitt, just a wash mitt, have a little mesh side. Got my clean water. Now for me, I'm just gonna dab the mitt first. Not the mitt, I'm sorry. The wand first, so I can use the soap that's already on there. But also don't want to run anything dry against this. Anybody's car, really. Your car, your neighbor's car, your friend's car, doesn't matter. If you're running something dry against it, it better be a rag. And even that rag shouldn't be completely dry, to be honest. So I go about halfway, because I can always go to the other side and finish off that other half. So that's the extent of what I do right there. Get this top half and the top part of this trim. Moving on. Now, usually I'll put this sideways, the ladder sideways, But for right now, just kind of doing it this way. Because for my truck, it's easier. Now, if I had an SUV that didn't have a window on top, then yeah, I'd probably put it sideways so I can get the whole thing at once. But since I have a sunroof, moonroof, whatever you call it, it's easier to face the truck. Because you can always come back over that glass with glass cleaner. If it's a paint finish, it's a little bit harder to get those streaks out. Now, if you do have a paint finish or no sunroof, moonroof on top, you can dilute vinegar and use vinegar and water if they let you. Try it on your car first, see what happens. Because some people are like, oh, don't put vinegar on my paint, that's kind of weird. You know, it's gonna mess up my paint. Fine, it's their call. You do your best, or honestly, get a bottle of water, spray it on a rag, wipe it over. So we're about at that threshold where I need to start rinsing. But I'm not gonna actually rinse the truck, I'm just gonna do what I just went over. Now, if some of the soap comes off, not a big deal. I still have soap in my foam cannon, so I'm not too worried about it. But this is what I was talking about. Now, this is still water, but as I'm waiting for that pressure to build back up, there you go. One more. Now, the problem with doing this in heat is this. All that soap is starting to dry. So while I'm waiting for this to build up, and I'll tell you what, a lot of people won't show you this. This happens to me quite a bit. Now, it is just me, so it's not like I can change it, you know? Now, if I had help or I edited this part out, where it looks like I seamlessly went from soap to rinse, then that'd be cool. But that's not what really happened. But it's okay. Because as I start actually doing the truck or doing whatever vehicle I'm doing, I'm gonna go to the mitt, rinse off, mitt, rinse off, mitt, rinse off. That way the car always stays wet.